Let's learn how to create this beautiful and creative way to present your acronyms in PowerPoint. This is a very simple technique to learn and it'll definitely impress your audience. The best part is you can extend the idea to make it look as complex and yet intriguing like this. I'll show you how to do all this from scratch right now. Before that, I'm Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. We help professionals like you create engaging presentations. Here I am on a new slide, and this is the acronym that I want to present. The first thing you require is two sets of characters. I wrote these individual characters using separate text boxes like this. I made sure that one set had text fill like this and the other one just had the outline. If you want to know how to do it, it's fairly simple. Take a text box and let us write a character. Let us say P and let us use a thicker font. In this case, I'm going to use 2cent MT condensed extra bold. And let me increase the size so you can clearly see what I got here. And I want to make a duplicate of this by pressing Ctrl D and keep it next to it. And for this, I'm going to remove the fill by going to shape format. And here you can see in word art styles, you have this option. You can go here and use whichever colored outline that you want. I want to keep it the exact same color as the fill. So I'm going to choose just the black one and I'm going to have the fill to be no fill, and I can increase the thickness of the outline if I want to. So by going to weight and increasing the thickness to 1.5 points, I can make this character look very visible. So that is exactly how I made sure that I had these two sets of characters and I finished the acronym. Now let me delete this. The next step is to create a space where the filled character would land, and then you can write your text next to it. For that, all you need is a simple rectangular shape. You can go to rectangles and then draw a rectangular shape like this, and you can give it the color you want. In this case, I'm going to use red color and remove outline. You can have this as a box if you want to. You can have this as a 3D platform. How you want to stage the individual characters is completely left to your imagination. For now, I'm going to keep this box out of the area. This is going to be our opening slide. Let us right click and duplicate the slide. For this, I'm going to apply transitions and use Morph transition, and the duration is going to be for just 1 second. So whenever I create duplicates of this from here on, every one of them will have Morph transition. So that is the basic idea. Now I'm going to introduce this to the scene, and let us keep it somewhere over here. It doesn't really matter. I'm leaving it to you to make the choices. First, I'm going to move this to the place where it needs to be. Now, to ensure that there is consistency in the placement of the individual characters, we are going to use guides. So I'm going to right click, go to grid and guides and use a vertical guide. And I'm going to move this guide right here. So it is in the center of this character. So that allows us to place it exactly where we want. Then we will write our explanation here. In this case, the explanation is joint. Then right click, duplicate the slide. This time we want to keep this character back in its original place and then move this character to the new place. And now you can see that I have this guide to help me place my character exactly where I want it. Then I'm going to replace this with the explanation for P. In this case, it would be photographic. I repeat the exact process for the remaining characters as well. And the job is done. Now I'm going to write the full expansion of JPEG. Right click, duplicate the slide and place this back to where it belongs. Then I'm going to move this out of the scene using my left arrow key so it goes out smoothly. And then I'm going to use this to write my text and make sure that it is placed centrally. You can use your center alignment to ensure that it is placed properly. When I go to the first slide, go to slideshow, this is what the audience sees. Then I introduce the first character, give my explanation about what that character means, and then I keep explaining each one so that the audience continuously stays with me throughout my presentation. And once it is done, I have my final explanation shown. So that is how this particular method works. Now I'm going to show you how I created the more complex version. But before that, I've got something useful for you. If you are into making educational presentations, then I've got a free 5-day e-course that you can sign up by clicking on the link in the description box below the video. Just enter your email and sign up, and you'll be taken to this 5-day free e-course, which will help you to turn your lessons into engaging interactive experiences with PowerPoint. There is no need for you to code. So as I mentioned, it's useful if you are into creating educational presentations. Now let's get back to the method that I was talking about. This is the acronym that I want to give explanation for. For each of the characters, the explanation is given here in individual boxes. It's fairly easy to create these boxes and the text inside. I ensured that these boxes are of the uniform size. So I created one box. I wrote this text using a separate text box, so it is easy for me to align the text within the box. Once I completed one prototype with one box and the internal text, I duplicated the box to ensure consistency, and I just replaced the text with the relevant explanation. So that is how I created these 4. Unlike the earlier approach where we created everything on the fly, here you need to ensure that everything is pre-made. So that means you need to spend your time to visualize how the final output would look. So that is why I created this right at the beginning. First, I ensured that everything is distributed horizontally. Then I used vertical guides to mark the position for each of them. And then I wrote the explanation for each of the characters like this and made sure that they all are consistently aligned. And then I drew a horizontal guide to ensure that we are able to place these characters exactly where we want them. And once I had the final picture ready, I started duplicating the slide and kept only the essentials on each slide and moved the rest of them out. For example, in step 1, I removed all the characters and just ensured that these boxes are in place. Then the first slide was created by moving these 4 boxes out of the scene using my down arrow, and this was created. Let me zoom out so you can see that all 4 are right below, and now all that the audience sees is just this blank slide. Then I used my up arrow to move this box to position. Since I already have this horizontal grid, it makes it easy for me to position it exactly where I want. And then I moved character R to its original place, and then I used this text box to finish the word. Then I duplicated the slide and then moved the relevant text box for the second character and completed the word. And I did exactly the same for the next one and the next one. And I applied morph transition to all but the first slide. And then let us go to slideshow so you can clearly see what I got here. On a click, the first text box comes from below. This character moves to its relevant place, and then this rest of the text appears. Again, on a click, box comes from below, second character completed, and the third character completed, and the fourth character completed to complete the animation. If you liked this tutorial, then you will really like this other one which I created, where I used a very simple custom animation to present acronyms in style. This video is called Stylish Acronym Reveal Animation Effect in PowerPoint. It's a type of text animation. I will leave a link to this video right here on your screen. You can click on the link and watch that video next. I'll see you inside that video.